Oh yeah, snorkels and problems. Believe you me, it can happen, and we've talked about it for years, but we don't say too much because all the experts know better than what we do. But it happened to this vehicle, and Geoff will be here shortly to tell you the story himself, but I'll give you the brief rundown. The short version is this snorkel, driving in the rain, filled the airbox with water and the air filter was dripping. The good news is the engine's still running. It's not permanent catastrophic damage, but Geoff can tell you the story about what happened. In the meantime, all I'm going to do is say, I told you so, as much as I like to not say I told you so, but these are one of the worst because you cannot turn the head around. I prefer a snorkel that you can turn the head around for adverse conditions, water, debris, dirt, trees, whatever. You're out in the bush driving down tracks, all the branches are going to drag straight up here, smash into there, the engine's sucking, it's like a vacuum, and everything is going straight into your airbox. Not good. You want something that can turn around. Water in big storms is going to be blowing straight up your windscreen and going in there. And I've seen some other ones, I'm pretty sure they go closer onto the windscreen, but not a fan, let's just say. Now, just briefly before Geoff gets here, I'm going to let you know how this pre-spinner box works and what the main problem is. So snorkel's part of the problem. It doesn't make the car a submarine. All these snorkel fitters, they seem to think that, you know, the air intake at this level, which is well above wading depth anyway, is a problem. And if you put a snorkel on and you just seal up the box, you can be like a submarine. It's not the case. There's a couple of holes in this box. One of them is that little telltale to let you know how clean the air filter is, which in this case it's clean because luckily he carried a spare air filter on the trip and he was able to put that in because the dash was lit up like a Christmas tree in pouring rain and it said visit your dealer, so that's what he did. He can tell you the rest of the story, how that worked out for him. My story is, like I said, they're all booked up. They're not waiting for you to roll in and help you out. So you need to make sure your vehicle is reliable and that you've got a reliable one and one that can be made reliable and stay reliable. In this airbox, there's also 3 holes last time I checked down the bottom. So any water that gets into it, it can slowly drain out. I've demonstrated in videos pushing the base of the airbox into water, how slow the water comes in the bottom. If you're in the water that long, you've got bigger problems. If that box fills up with water, you've got a whole heap of things in the car that are going to be full of water as well, electronics. So it's not really going to be an issue for you. Don't silicon up those holes. How would water get in there? Well, there's some different ways, by accident, of course. But most of it's going to be ejected at the first point, and that is the pre-spinner separates dust and water. There's an inner and an outer, and it goes out a one-way valve down behind the battery that you can't see, but we're going to pull this airbox out to show you what the problem is and fix the problem soon. Don't block that up with silicone. I'm going to guess that that's all blocked up. What happens then is all the dust and dirt, instead of being separated and dropping out that one-way valve at the bottom, comes into your airbox and goes straight to the bottom if it's water and straight onto your air filter if it's dust and your engine's running along at 2,000 or 3,000 RPM. So not good, not good. Then the water should drain out the bottom, those 3 holes we spoke about, but if they're siliconed up, it's not going to drain out either. If it keeps raining and that water keeps going, getting pumped, sucked into that snorkel like a vacuum while you're driving along at 90 or 100 Ks towing your caravan in outback New South Wales or wherever you might be. I've been there plenty of times when it's raining and it goes for hours and hours and hundreds of kilometres. And you want to have your snorkel either not there or facing around the other way is my advice. So we're going to take the airbox out. We're going to have a look, see if this is all silicon up like I've seen hundreds of times before, and see if those holes are silicon up. What would have happened was slowly fill up with water and it starts sucking on the air filter. A little bit of water's going through. I don't know what engine codes got thrown, but it's not going to be happy with water on this sensor or water anywhere else. Lucky it's not permanent engine damage, all because of a snorkel. And they might want to say, oh, that was 100-year rain, but it wasn't. So each to their own. I'm pretty sure this is the one you get from TJM. You can get one if you like. I'm just telling you how they work. What the problem with it is that not only it's a real thing right here. So let's get the airbox out and Geoff will be here and we'll let him tell the story. Oh, look, Geoff's here. Geoff, what are you doing? What are you waiting out there, mate?
My missus says I'm stupid, so it says no stupid people pass this side.
On the sign? Oh, let me have a look. What's this sign? What's it say? No stupid people. She reckons you're stupid. Tell her she's dreaming, mate. Come on, let's go. Let's have a look at this car. All right, so all jokes aside, everyone, we've got Geoff here. Here you going, Geoff. We're not doing faces though, right? You wave, that's all good, beautiful. And we've got our number one assistant here. Can't even take an airbox lid off at the moment. Come on, mate, everybody's watching. Yeah, that's a tight one, that one. Yeah, a bit more loose, I reckon, maybe. Doesn't want to come off, that's a tight one. Geez, cut. Start again, mate, start again. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get there.
They get a bit tight sometimes. Let me see if I can get it off one-handed while I'm holding the camera. Yeah, it's loose enough, but yeah, it's just, you gotta... Yeah, they're a pain. Anyway, we'll get it off, give us a sec. All right, I just want to get in everyone's way for a sec and have a look. Bum bum. Yep. All right, I'll let you keep pulling this out and we'll show you exactly what's gone down, people. Oh, we might have to undo this. This is going to be clamped because it's got a bloody snorkel on it as well. Action.
Oh, the bloody silicon.
Oh, so we can't even take it out.
See?
This is just getting worse and worse.
Silicon.
Oh, man. So...
You probably could.
Yeah, no, it's going to be glued like, stuck like you know what. Well, let's just have a look, see if it comes out. Let's just see if we can get it out. Really, so then we need to move the battery so we can get the one. Let's see if we can get... Okay, we're thinking out loud, video's rolling. Geoff's here. Right. Oh my goodness. Careful where you get your snorkels and who fits them, right? So see that silicon at the bottom there? We want that out, right? That's fixed. Here you go, Geoff. There's your silicon that caused most of your problems. Now, let me explain to everyone again. Whatever water, whether it's in the guard or in coming through the snorkel, comes in. Can you come over? I want you to see a bit closer for yourself. See how this material here, see there's that outer, put your fingers there, just grab, there's in and out. See how thick it is?
Yep.
It's like a compartment in there. It's like a cylinder, it's like a chamber, right? So what happens is, everything that comes on the air intake down into there, it's got like it's like a fan at this end, it's fixed. It's called a pre-spinner. Right. It doesn't spin though, right? The air spins around it and everything separates to the outside in this compartment, goes to the bottom of this compartment down to the one-way, it's like a duckbill one-way valve, and all the water and dust is meant to go out there. What doesn't go out there, what makes it through here, say there was heaps of water, say you didn't have a snorkel, right? You went into water crossing, all this water somehow, say you didn't have a bull bar, a bit like my car here, right? And say you went in, somehow water got in way up high in behind there. Then, back to this side, what's this milk crate doing here? We wouldn't use milk crates to stand on. That couldn't be safe. Right? What makes it through here, that this can't separate at all, then gets to here and it drains out those little holes at the bottom there. But yours filled up with water.
Yep.
Because it couldn't drain out, because it's got no other, you know, it's coming in, it's pretty straightforward, it's coming in there, none of it can get out there, because that's going to be silicon up as well. That was, I was trying to pull the airbox out to get to that, but, you know, it's all it's going to create more work than it's worth, trying to get this airbox out, because normally they've got a clamp on it, and you can undo the clamp and take it out. But, so what you got now is, if that's silicon, which we don't know yet, what I'm going to do is try and get you to manoeuvre the airbox to get to the, you know, you know what? I think it's going to be not worth it. We're going to quickly pull the battery out. We can pull the battery. It won't take long. 4 bolts. Because there's not many wires. Let's pull the battery out. All right. Let's do that. Change your plans, everyone. We've got the silicon out of there. So anything that made it through now, this is better than it was before. It drains out there. You're probably going to be okay. But if the engine's sucking a lot of air, you're accelerating, towing a caravan at 3,000 RPM at 100 Ks, it's going to be sucking a lot of air and the water's going to come up and still... So how wet was this air filter? Do you want to tell us the story quickly? Yeah. So what happened? Where were you? You got 2 minutes.
Okay, coming down from Queensland after 4 months away, we had some really heavy rain on the Newell Highway, about 30 Ks out of a town. I won't mention the town because then you work out the Toyota dealer is. I had a warning light come on and my traction control light came on the dashboard. So my trusty navigator grabs the owner's manual and it says in both cases, see the Toyota dealer.
You haven't got a fridge on or anything like that, have you?
I had a fridge in the back.
It's not on now though?
No.
No, it's all right, cool. It's all good.
And so we go into the next town and go to the Toyota dealer, and basically they told me I could go forth and multiply with myself. They had no technician available today, none that day, none the next day. go up to see the local tyre dealer. He's probably got a scan gauge, and he'll tell you. He might be able to tell you. I said, all right, if he tells me what's wrong, when could you fix it? She goes, oh, it won't be for another 3 weeks. So they were saying we'd be stuck in this town for 3 weeks. Went up to the tyre dealer. No problems. Bottom line is, the filter was filled with water. Actually dripped when he took it out. Cleaned it all up. Fortunately, I was carrying a second filter. That's the one here. And
What made you decide to take an extra filter?
I got this crash hot mechanic who suggested I do it when I went to the Cape, right?
Who said he's crash hot, mate? You can't be that crash hot. This is just basic stuff, really.
So we went.
Wrap that
So
one.
and to stop the rain, it still was raining, but not as heavily. So to stop the rain, I put my snorkel sock on, and that held the rain from going directly into the auto, the TJM snorkel, and we're home. And here we are with my guru mechanic getting it fixed.
That's it, beautiful. Thanks for your story. Yeah, just wrap that up so it's not going to touch anything, because that could be hot, that one. Is that red arc on or not? Is it lit up? Is that a red arc down there?
Yeah.
Something else, is it?
No,
It's SBI.
Is it? Has it got the red light on it or not?
No, it's not.
So it's not on anyway, so it'll be okay, but let's keep it covered anyway. Beautiful. Stick it somewhere. So it was bloody soaked. So this is
Yes.
a real thing. You sure?
You could pick it up like
Is-
that, and the water was running out of it.
Mate, are you real? Is this a story here? You're making things up
No,
here.
no.
People say,
I
nah,
can-
but this has never happened to
If you're
me.
right, I can give you the name of the guy at the local tyre store who happened to be a former employee of the Toyota guy who he had walked out on because they were so dodgy.
Yeah.
And
But we're not going to say where they are.
No.
So even if they were at Narrabri or Moree or Goondiwindi, anywhere near there, we just wouldn't name them, just respectfully, you know.
I
We
can't
wouldn't say
afford
anything.
possible.
Can't you? I heard you can't afford a lawsuit because you're
Yeah.
about to buy a Scan Gauge 3.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, cool. Let's get this battery out and then we'll have a look at this thing and wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got the battery out and this is going to be moment of truth. All right, so you just twist. Oh, it won't even come off. It might turn it the wrong way. Oh no, here we go. Let's see what we got in here. Well, they haven't siliconed it. Credit where credit's due. It's just dirt, right?
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a maintenance issue. And you know what, I can take some blame for this too, because ideally I would say, you know, every service or when you do the air filter, take this off and give it a clean out to make sure this is not like that. That way it can work the way it's meant to. And obviously when there's a battery there, well, we don't bloody pull the battery out. We go, she'll be right, mate.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you straight, that's what we do. And I can see you can see through it. There's a hole through there, you know, but they haven't siliconed it. That's the main thing I wanted to see. So it would still work, but it's full of dirt. So it's good we're doing this. I'm going to go and bang it somewhere and make a heap of mess and show everyone all this dirt. Everyone's going out now to their thing to make sure, A, it's clean and clear. It's not siliconed up, which this one's not. It's good. But they silicone up the one in the airbox. So the water came in enough that this didn't separate it fast enough, even if it was going down. The water set the dirt and dust like concrete, so it didn't drain anyway, and the holes were blocked. So unblocking the holes is the key thing. That's done. We'll clear this out, and probably what are we now? How many Ks? 250?
250.
So about every, whatever, but every time we do an air filter, we're going to have to just charge an extra $50 to take your battery out to do this.
Yeah, no problems.
It's ridiculous though, isn't it? And that's why I suppose I go, oh, look, it should be all right, because, it's just more work, more time. Anyway, let's clean this out.
Battery in. We went to the Cape in 2019. That's when I would have
Look
put
at
the
that.
battery in.
What we'll do, we'll actually go, so you can it still works. It's got the dirt in there, but we'll go and give it a wash out anyway. So I've given this a bit of a wash out. The other precaution is to make sure you don't put it the wrong way. Might need a hand because of the battery tray. If you can lift the battery box up for me, please, assistant. So it doesn't go this way, everybody. See how that would be facing the wrong way? If it was like that, it actually goes around the other way. We find a lot of them around the wrong way. And I'm doing it one-handed, left-handed, in a bit of an awkward position, right? And it just clicks on like, that's it, right? Let me just show you, it just sort of goes, yeah, that's it. Not much holds it there. It's a one-way valve, water will just, so see that's the outside of that compartment, right? It's hard to explain, you need it, that's why I wanted to get this out and show everyone the inlet side, but it's in other videos. Check out our playlists, I reckon, in air filters and cleaning them. and I think I've got an airbox, and I'll show you how these holes drain out. I'll show you the pre-spinner. It's important that it does work the way Toyota designed, engineered it, not holes blocked up, and because this could have been an engine.
Yeah.
I don't know who covers that. Is that, I mean, that'll probably end up on your insurance. You might get covered water ingress on your insurance. And why should insurance
pull it down?
But hang on a minute.
Go, oh, I haven't been doing maintenance on it.
Yeah, so they could blame you.
Yep.
Or your premium's going to go up.
Yep.
And you're going to have to pay your excess because it's your fault.
Yep.
And it's all because of that thing there.
Yep.
Really.
Yep.
And whoever installed it blocking those holes, because you can get away with that thing there. So I'm not even saying it's good.
I won't tell you which TJM store.
They will do the same thing. So it doesn't matter which one, right? Okay. TGM, ARB, all the kids wherever, they all do the same thing. Do not silicon up those holes. Do not silicon up these, which good it wasn't done, but they did that. And that's probably worse than that, you know what I mean? But just don't silicon either. Leave those as they are. Get your snorkel on there. It's going to keep you out of the water. This thing, the water's going to come in there that slow. If you're sitting deeper than that, I mean, that level there, right? That level, that's about here. It's well above the top of the tyre. It's well above wading depth. If you're in the water that long, you're in all sorts of trouble. Like, you know, if the engine's sucking more water in those holes than it is through your snorkel, you got problems anyway. So, look, everybody can think about it. Do what you want. We just want to show you what really happened. Thanks for coming. What else have we got for everyone? We're just going to put it all back together, and Bob's your uncle. So be careful of your snorkel, who installs it, what brand you use. Consider all this, because you don't want to fill your engine with water, because it would have been a pain as well. Imagine it was an engine. Not only the cost, so the insurance, the drama that you don't need. And where are you then? You know, somewhere up there in New South Wales. We're not going to say where.
Very northern New South Wales.
Yeah, we're not going to say you in Moree or anything like that. Somewhere specific like that, or Narrabri, or Goondiwindi, or Backaburk, or anywhere like that. Somewhere. I'm just making things up here. We're not going to say where you were, but you're kind of stuck there then. You got RAC top level cover. All right, so they would have got you home. They would have got your caravan home, and your car would be stuck there for months, waiting for these clowns probably at the dealership or something to put an engine in. And you know what would have happened? They would have ended up here, and we'd have to fix everything up anyway. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, people, you don't need the drama, right? Watch the video, subscribe, turn the bell on. Enough waffle, catch you in the next one. Everyone say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.